Hi everyone, it's Amy from Laid Off Now What. Probably look a little different. I blow dried and flattened my hair because I had my yearly MRI today, and because I have a meningioma on my the lining of my brain, so I had to go and get that. I do it once a year. It's actually past due. I don't know if I mentioned this in another video. I should have had it in February. I was in a car accident in September. They did a CAT scan, said they saw it, but should not have because it was too small to pick up on a CAT scan. So I've been under the, my mind has been, how did they pick it up? I did tell them I had it, and I think that's where they got it from. I don't think they saw it on the CAT scan. But I called my neurologist that I normally see, and it seemed like I was kind of getting a run around because since the last time I saw them, which was 2 years ago, I've been off of insurance, and I let them know that I was being laid off and I wouldn't have my insurance. So I feel like I've got to run around from them if I'm being honest, and that's the only thing I'm going to be is honest. I don't know why I say that. I picked that up from somebody. But anyway, and because I called them to tell them about the accident, and with meningiomas, which is what I have, the tumor that I have, which is supposed to be non-cancerous. I say supposed to be because there's no test. They've just seen it. So they're just watching it. And I've lost my train of thought what I was saying. Anyway, with these things, even a slight accident can be bad. It can cause it to rupture. It can cause it to grow faster. So with that having that knowledge, and me being in a severe accident where I think we were driving like probably 76 miles an hour, and a car T-boned us. I mean, just rammed in the side of us as we were driving. They were going from one side of the road to the next, so she was probably doing maybe 15 or 20 and just T-boned us. And it was pretty severe, but thank the Lord, nobody even hurt. Even she didn't get hurt extensively. There have been some issues. Thank the Lord, the worst thing on me was where and this is the bad part, where the airbag, because it hit on the right side. I was on the left side of the car, and the airbag smacked me in the side of my face on my left side, which is where my meningioma is at. And it knocked me out. I was saying it didn't knock me out, but it did because the driver of our car said, "I know you're not pulling out." And when he said that, I was looking out the window, and thank the Lord he said it, because I turned and looked, and as soon as I looked, I seen the car hit us, and then it went black. And when I came to, I heard this beeping noise that got louder and louder and louder, and then it stopped. It stopped when I opened my eyes. And so I think we all, except for the driver, got knocked out. Because I turned to my sister who was sitting by me, and I was like, "Are you okay? Are you okay?" And my aunt that was in the front seat, "Are you okay? Are you okay?" And so yeah, I got hit right where the tumor's at. So that's been scary. I don't believe I've had any more issues than I already had. But my sister says because I was filling up the paperwork. And, sometimes you can't answer the questions because to you, everything seems normal. But when something's altered in your mind, it's going to seem right to you. Because my husband, my ex-husband now, and he's since passed on. But when we were together, he was one person when we got married. And then he went out to sea for his last time. He was on a nuke sub. And when he come back, I was like, "Who is this person? This isn't the man I married." I mean, he was total opposite. And it's like when he got back, it was really, really bad. But as time went, it got a little bit easier. But then as time went more, because we didn't realize it, but he had a tumor on his brain that was getting bigger and bigger. And it was in his frontal lobe, which is where your emotions and your decision making and all that stuff's at. and it would cause him to not think things through. If he thought of something, he did it. He didn't care about the consequences. He didn't care. He just didn't care. I didn't know it. All I knew was this person was not the person I married, and I still stayed married for almost 12 years. And this happened when he got back. We'd been married 9 months. So because I loved my husband, but it got to the point I was scared because his tumor got so bad. By the time they found it, it was the size of a softball, so it was huge, and so it altered his state. And I'm sure in his mind, what he was doing was right. So I asked my sister. I said, it's asking me if my I forget the word it used. That's another thing I forget a lot. Sorry, y'all. It asked me if my attitude or behavior or whatever has changed. And she said, oh, yes. Oh, yes. And so I was like, okay. I'm thinking, I don't see where I've changed, and I don't. But that's relative to what? I mean, actually, if you ask me, I look at her and think she's changed. So who's right? It would take, I guess, a third person looking and saying, and I'm not, now please, I love my sister. She loves me. We've always did this. And when we were younger, she was the youngest sister. We always fought. We'd get in a room together, and I mean literally fight. And the other kids would yell, Mama, they're fighting again. And finally she stopped breaking us up. And they said, Mama, they're fighting. And she said, they're not going to kill each other. Let them fight it out. And we would fight for hours sometimes. And we're the closest now. So go figure. We do still knock heads a little bit, but we're older, and I'm much older. Well, I'm 2 years older than her. But anyway, I was just getting on it because it is Monday, and I know I didn't do one Friday, and I apologize for that. But I'm doing it now, and I have something to talk about. It's kind of hard. The job hunt situation, I'm still looking. It is so hard, and I think I'm sure I mentioned this, because you don't know what's real and what's and honestly, I don't know, because I'm pretty sure this is the reason that Bowen laid me off. It wasn't because of my work. It wasn't because of my showing up to work and how I was with my teammates, because my daddy raised me, when you work a job, you work that job and you work it to the best of your ability. And you go to work and you work, and then you go home and leave work at work. And that's what I did. And I gave them 110% when I was there. Now, mind you, my 110% might be a little less than the next person's, because we're not all working at the same level in anything in life. But then again, my 110% might be 80% more than the next person. I don't know. But I know I gave them my best. I was there 17 and a half years. You would think if I wasn't a good worker, they would have got rid of me earlier than that. But it wasn't a fire. It was that I was laid off, and I believe it was because they knew my medical history. They knew I had this thing on my brain, and it was causing me issues. Because the issues I started having was right before I was moved from the one job to the job that I was at when I got laid off, which is the area where people get laid off first when they lay off, which is in engineering. So, I can't blame them. This is an airplane, and, I would second guess myself. Am I doing anything wrong? We do have checkers. We do have people who check behind us, and I thank God for that, because people make mistakes. But, I don't want to make a mistake because something's going on that's out of my control. But if I know what's going on, I don't want to be doing something that's going to hurt somebody. I look at every plane that I put my hand on as that was my family members in that plane. I mean, anybody matters to me, but I mean, you go that extra mile for yours, right? So that's what I did. Everybody was my family member on that plane. And and if I seen something, I said something. I didn't hesitate. And In that aspect, I was at the best job I could have been at, because my sisters and brothers will tell you I'm a tattletale. And if it happens and Amy sees it, she could tell. If it's going to hurt somebody, if it's not a good thing for you to be doing, yeah, I'm going to tell. I'm going to tell. I'm not going to sit there and watch somebody get hurt. You know, I'm just not going to do it. Or somebody calls somebody else to be hurt. And we're talking about an airplane that's got hundreds of people. So yeah, if I seen something that wasn't right, and thank the Lord, it was only a few times, but if I seen something that wasn't right, I went and I told the proper people. And I would even speak to the people who did it. I mean, hey, I would give them the opportunity, fix what you're doing. You know we have a process. Do the process. And then you can do what you're doing and it be right. And if they didn't want to hear, then I went to my lead or my manager, whichever the case may be. But that wasn't, see, the ADHD too. So I go off on a tangent. But anyway, I just wanted to get on here. I see I've been talking for 11 minutes. I just wanted to get on here and give you a quick update. The man said that my MRI should go to the doctor by tomorrow, probably late tomorrow, around this time tomorrow. And hopefully they'll be calling me by Wednesday. Hopefully they'll get it early enough to call me tomorrow and schedule an appointment for me to come. Honestly, I want the surgery. I want to get this thing while it's small. I just will never understand, and I know I said this before. If I didn't say it, y'all, on this channel, I said it on my other channel. I do not understand why you watch something grow that's going to be detrimental to someone's health, where it's in an area that's not invasive. Right now, where it's at, and so-called, it's not affecting me, but every issue I have, this thing will cause. So I don't know. But they can get it easy right now. If they wait, I might be 70, 60, late 60s, early 70s, maybe even 80s. Come on now. What is my chances of surviving a surgery on my head then compared to now? And the way this doctor talks, he doesn't like the idea of the weight and watch it grow. So I'm hoping that he's got a system set up and I can go ahead and get this. Do I like the idea of it, someone going in next to my brain? No. But do I like the idea of this thing sitting there? And maybe I'm driving one day and I wreck and kill somebody, kill myself, kill a bunch of people or something like that? No. I'd rather take my chances with my life and have this surgery and not take chances on somebody else's life. That goes back to the way I felt when I was building a plane, and it's the way I feel when it comes to my health. I don't want to ever put anybody. I could have my grandkids in the car. I could have a family member. I could have a sister from church in the car. I don't know. Nobody can tell you that. So, but what they can tell me is this thing's here, and it's so-called small. So get it out. Just go ahead and take it out. I mean, that's just the way I feel. Like I said, I don't want surgery, but the other options is worse. To me, they're worse. So I'd rather go ahead and have the surgery and pray and put my life in God's hands, and the surgeons and the anesthesiologists and the nurses and everybody who's in that operation into God's hands, and have him fix what is going on. I trust God that he'll do that. So I just wanted to get on here, like I said, and tell that. And once I do get the results, I'll come back on and give y'all an update. Once again, like I said, the jobs that I'm seeing, I joined Kelly Services a couple of days ago, and I have been bombarded with emails saying interview, and I just don't believe that. I'm like, how do I go from all these other sites that I know are legit but still have issues, where I'm getting no interviews? I'm applying for jobs, but I'm getting no interviews. But I go to this one site, and I think I've got like 30 or 40 things about interviews. I don't know. It's suspicious to me. Tell me what y'all think. Has anybody out there had any any luck with Kelly's services. And if you have, kind of tell me what you went through. And my email will be attached in the comments section, not the comments section, that section where I write in down there, because I can't remember what it is right now. My email will be in there. Email me and kind of tell me what your experience is. If it's lengthy. If it's not, then just go ahead and put it in the comments sections. I want to say I appreciate y'all. Please continue to like, comment, subscribe, all the things. And I thank y'all for coming here. I want to say, and this is how I will always end my videos. Make sure to tell the ones you love that you love them. Show them and tell them. It's important. It's just as important for you as it is for them. Be there for each other. Take time. Don't work so much that you wish you would have spent time with a loved one and they're gone now. It's too late. Don't do that. Take time now, because we only have the present. No one knows if they have tomorrow. So today, in this day, when you see this video, go to your loved ones. Tell them you love them. Spend time with them. Call them. Let's have a cookout. Let's have a dinner together. Spend time together. I love y'all. I don't know you, but I love you. I love you, and God loves you best. Do something nice for someone. You see someone having a hard time. You may not know what they're going through, but it might be like what I just went through. It might be a loss that hit hard, and that's why I'm telling you this. Take time for each other. Do not keep putting off tomorrow for what you can do today, because tomorrow is not promised. I love y'all. Have a blessed day, blessed week. Later.